You can be mentored by people who aren't alive.
100%. Because their stories still live, which brings us to the importance of storytelling.
Yeah.
Remember that they are human, just like us.
Yeah.
These great things that get accomplished can be accomplished because you realize there are people just like us. They made mistakes just like us, and they kept going. And we can do the same.
I had a purpose. I wanted to be one of the best basketball players to ever play. And anything else that was outside of that lane, I didn't have time for. I made that deal with myself at 13 years old, crystal clear. Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. When you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft. Looking at different industries, looking at conductors, looking at writers, looking at actors and how they get into character and then how do they keep themselves in that mental space. Looking at nature itself and learning from that and how you can incorporate that into the game and not letting our emotions cloud our execution or challenging themselves to do the best job that they think they can do. We have a project and you're saying, okay, I can do that. That's not the project we want. I don't know how to do that. Those are the things we want because through that curiosity, you'll reach a level that you didn't think was possible.
The best way to prove your value is to work, is to learn, is to absorb, to be a sponge. Right? But you always want to outwork your potential. You know, as hard as you believe you can work harder than that.
Now imagine you wake up at 3, you train at 4, you go 4 to 6, come home, breakfast, relax, blah, blah, blah. Now you're back at it again, 9 to 11, right? You relax, and now all of a sudden you're back at it again, 2 to 4, and now you're back at it again, you know, 7 to 9. Look how much more training I have done by simply starting at 4, right? And so now you do that, and as the years go on, the separation that you have with your competitors and your peers just grows larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And by year 5 or 6, doesn't matter what kind of work they do in the summer, they're never going to catch up because they're 5 years behind. Right? So it makes sense to get up and start your day early because you can get more work in. I said, all right, we'll all go out. We'll go out together.
Really?
I'll drink with you, right? But the next morning, I'm banging on your door at 5 in the morning. Let's go.
They're not getting
Where are we going? I hung out with you. Now you come hang out with me.
Wow.
This is what we do. All right, let's go. And we're at the gym. We're working out, right? We hit the bus. We go to practice. We play that night.
And they're dead.
And they're dead. And they're like, oh, lesson learned.
Really?
Lesson
So
learned.
take them out once.
Listen, if you're going to do that, do that. But don't let that compromise what we're here to do.
Right.
This is why we're here. This is why you're here in the first place.
Yeah.
Rewinding, stopping, fast forward, rewinding, slow motion, every little thing, every game of that season with the 82-year-old Yoda. It taught me to look at detail. And because I watched so much film, then it gave me the ability to see game in real time as if I was watching film.
The 1%ers, the 0.01, they sweat every single detail. Because the one thing they let slip, somebody is going to use that to their advantage. Somebody is going to make a big deal out of it, and they're going to feel like they left something out. You know, everyone says don't worry about the things that you can't control. So if they pay attention to every single detail obsessively, over and over and over again, they can have a better chance of controlling it. We would come around and in the different arenas, I would walk the floors while he was getting dressed, and I would tell him where the ball doesn't bounce as well. Like something isn't right. So he called one of the maintenance guys over. He goes, "Are you sure this basket is right?" And the guy said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I want you to check it for me." He measured it. It was 1/8 of an inch off. Which one is it? You can't be interested and you can't be obsessed. Interested is a hobby. Kobe Bryant was not interested in winning championships. He was obsessed. And obsession comes in the small details that nobody pays attention to. And I have a saying, all right? Interested people watch obsessed people change the world.
But that's what practice was. You have to drive them. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to let you know I beat you. And I'm going to want you to reconsider your professional life choice.
We're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Okay.
And he was like, meet me at the gym at 5:45, and you know what that means. I showed up that night thinking we was gonna work. Practice the next morning, you know, showed up early, 7:30, practiced at 10. Man, that man came out giving me hell. Hey, bro, yelling, what the fuck you doing, man? Wait, you ain't showing up for work? I was like, man, I was here. You know, he was, no, man, not 4:45 p.m. I meant this morning. It messed me up because I was like, damn, okay. I asked him, I said, man, why you such an asshole? I asked him that. He said, so I see dudes walk into practice 10 minutes before practice and they leave right after. Why the fuck am I gonna pass them the basketball? I don't respect their work ethic. I'm in here busting my ass every day, trying to perfect my craft, and these dudes don't want to work on their game. I don't trust them. Man, I respect that, bro.
It's Kobe. Like, we all go to the gym, we all get our work in. It's real late. And so after we get done getting our work in, me and my guys, we say, hey, like, let's meet for breakfast in the morning. Like, if you can't sleep, whoever first one wake up, hit us up, we gonna go eat. And so we do that. We probably get like 3 hours of sleep. As we walk it down, you know, slubbing with sleep in our eyes, Kobe Bryant is sitting there with ice on his knees already, right? So we walk up to Kobe, like, Kobe, what's up? And he was like, yeah, man, I just finished a workout and I'm about to go do another one. And at that moment, I was like, wait, hold on. We just worked out about 3 hours ago. You know what I mean? And like, you've done another workout and you about to go do another one. That's when I was like, okay, I got to get my stuff together. I got to get my shit together, because this dude right here is on a whole different level than even I'm on, and I'm supposed to be great. And that's how he drove me.
Bo said he gonna set the tone to start the game. He said, I'm running through Powell's fucking chest. First play of the game, I'm running through Pocahontas. We was like, what? Man, you tripping. That's your teammate, you tripping. You ain't about to do that. He said, first play of the game, I know what they're gonna run, and he knew Powell's gonna be the last screen. And he said, I'm running through this motherfucker. I swear, the first play of the game. We was like, holy shit.
He just went right into the middle of my chest, trying to get right through me to send a message. Not just to me, but to his teammates. Say, hey, this might be my brother. Play with him, we're close, but I don't care about anything else by winning.
I'm right there in front of the bench, like, bow. Yo. And he was just like, no, he ain't my teammate right now. Fuck him, get up. I'm like, I love this energy. This is what we need.
Back off, you know. Man, my lungs are burning. And maybe I can just slow down here. I'll do like an extra 2 sets tomorrow. You know, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Right? That sort of stuff.
Yes.
Like, that stuff's dangerous.
Yes.
And that's when you just got to say, you know what? I'm not negotiating with myself.
Yeah.
The deal was already made. The deal was made. When I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing, I signed that contract with myself. I'm doing it. You know, and throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I think I need to, maybe if we, nope. No, this is non-negotiable.
Yeah, non-negotiable.
My back was really spasming. But people will be like, what? Oh, he's ducking Vince. Excuse me? No, I don't think so. So I would be in the layup line like, okay, there's a lot of days where, you know, you can rest and recover. Today ain't one of them. Your back can bother you any other day. That shit ain't bothering me today. He gonna have to see me today.
All of a sudden, boom, Achilles happens, right? Friend of mine, Nima, he is here just to listen to. He played ball. And he told me, he says, Patrick, I don't think you understand. He says, when I tore my Achilles in high school, he says, 4 friends of mine dragged me to my hospital. I was crying from there straight to the hospital. He says, I have no clue how the hell this guy did it. He went and hit the free throws, and then you walked off the stage.
Yeah.
And then you got the surgery.
And the reason is because the lives of your family are more important than the injury of your hamstring. And so when the game is more important than the injury itself, you don't feel that damn injury. Not at that time. It's all right, Dad's gonna be all right. We'll be fine, we'll be all right, we'll be all right, it'll be all right. As a parent, you gotta set the example. This is another obstacle. This obstacle cannot define me. It's not gonna cripple me. It's not gonna be responsible for me stepping away for the game that I love. I'm gonna step away on my own terms.
That dedication he had only days after falling short of an NBA championship. That taught me something I've never forgotten. Legends aren't defined by their successes. They're defined by how they bounce back from their failures.
People that say you will never come back from this injury, to me, that means that if they had this injury, they would quit. That's what that means to me. Because if they sit there and look at me and say, I can't do it, that means if this happened to you, you wouldn't do it. Big shot. And, you know, I would say he has learned from what he has gone through and the determination that he showed to come back and still want to play and not give up on his dream, right? That lesson right there, that is what makes people successful, is to be able to go through adversity, to face adversity, and to not be afraid of it, not shy away from it, to not run from it, but instead to embrace it and take on that challenge. That's something that a lot of people just never ever learn. And he was tough enough to deal with that, and that's success.
What you love to do. And we talk about hard work all the time. It's like, you know, man, if you got to get up every single morning and remind yourself how hard you need to work, you probably need to choose a different profession, you know? Because that shouldn't be there. I wake up in the morning excited to get to it. You know, if I'm not training, I'm missing it. If I'm not watching a game of basketball, I miss it. You know, there's no place I'd rather be. And if you have that feeling, then you're truly doing what God has put you on this earth to do.
And the greatest fear you face is yourself, because you know, we all have dreams, and it's very scary sometimes to accept the dream that you have. And it's scarier still to say, okay, I want that. It's scary. Because you're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it.
When I started playing the game, everything was about trying to be the best. Win as many championships as you can, yada, 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 yada. You get older, you start to understand that really it's about the next generation, that these championships do come and go. Right? And there'll be other people that win championships. But the most important thing you can do is to pay everything that you've learned forward to the next generation to come. And that's truly how you create something that lasts forever. Inspire one who inspires the next, who inspires the next, and on you go.
If I really want to be a champion and be a great teammate, I have to understand what those mean to help them become better, and in turn, help me. To, you know, how do we as a team grow? How do I help my teammates be better? So that was the first change for me. And then as I got older still, it became more about how are you inspiring others, right, to find themselves. That is the ultimate championship. But what stays is, how do you use your passion and use that to inspire somebody else to create their passion? And then how can they pass that on to the next person? That is true success.
Play the game, and I'd come home and I'd be sore and I'd be tired. And she wants to go swimming, she wants me to take her to the park, she wants to just jump on my back or whatever the case may be. You can't say, I'm too tired, I'm going to lay down. That's not fair. She doesn't know what the hell's going on, right? And if this was a game, you'd suck it up and play. I played games with the flu. I played games with 102-degree fever, man. You can't do that.
That is so powerful.
Right? You got to be on, man.
And trying to
mandate or give orders or teach kids how to think and teach kids how to behave and tell them how to behave versus teaching them how to behave.
Love that. I think it's so true. When you treat people as kids, then they always be kids.
Right.
Even when they grow up.
Yeah.
And for you, it was really powerful because you've talked about this before, where your father said to you, like, whether you score 0 or 60, like, I love you.
Yeah. In terms of giving me stability and giving me confidence to say, okay, it's okay to fail because you're going to be loved no matter what. And that doesn't just mean basketball. That means anything in life. I've seen too many parents do the exact opposite, and it terrifies children. And children become paralyzed by their own fear because they don't have that security blanket of love and comfort. I feel like a lot of parents are missing today because we're not teaching that to our kids. We tend to say like kids don't want to do the work, but in reality, it's when we're failing them because we're not leading them the right way and teaching them, how to fish, you know what I mean? And so like the consistency of work, because it's a process that they are owning, right? They're not coming to get orders barked at them every day. They're coming for kind of their personal quest to get better.
Them find their own way. When those answers becomes things that they find on their own, it's something that they own versus us telling them what they should be doing or telling them what they should be feeling. Just go out and have fun with them, right? Just be imaginative. Give her the ball and say, listen, you got 10 seconds left. I'll count down from 10. Hit a game-winning shot. Things like that. Sport is the greatest metaphor that we have for life. And it's important that we treat it as such.
Dear Kobe. Dear Kobe.
Dear Kobe.
Dear Kobe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kobe Bean.
Kobe, thank you, man.
Dear Kobe, thank you.
He was showing us that the number 24 isn't just a number on your jersey, but the amount of hours in a day that you have to devote to the game to be the best.
Thank you for giving and giving and giving.
Thank you for pushing through when your body says no, but your heart said yes.
Thank you for teaching us to believe in ourselves,
even when nobody else did.
Thank you for being you, competitor supreme.
Thank you for loving the game of basketball.
Who you are, it's testing. It's testing how you feel about yourself. It's testing how you feel about your place in the universe. It's testing it. You don't want to know that there's some crazy Kobe Bryant motherfucker getting up at 4 in the morning, doing deadlifts. Like, shit, I want to sleep. But I also want to be number 1, bro. Yeah. Former Lakers player and head coach Byron Scott said he once found an 18-year-old Bryant shooting in a dark gym 2 hours before practice.
曼巴精神是一种思维模式，它不在于寻求结果，而在于如何才能取得结果，在于从现实到目标的整个过程。它是一段旅程，一种方法，一种生活方式。我真心认为，在所有努力之中，拥有这种心态最为重要。所有的汗水，所有凌晨3点的早起都没有白费。这正是我写这本书的原因。书中的每一页都饱含着我的经验和教训，它不仅仅关于篮球，而是关于曼巴精神的。科比还成为了位教育家，他通过篮球把更多的曼巴精神传递给全世界各地的热爱篮球的青少年。我们不说我们真的能够成为科比，我们羡慕科比。我觉得对偶像最好的致敬就是认真生活，把他身上的这些特质真正的用到自己的身上。
We're not on this stage just because of talent or ability. We're up here because of 4 a.m. We're up here because of 2-a-days or 5-a-days. We're up here because we had a dream and let nothing stand in our way. If anything tried to bring us down, we used it to make us stronger. We were never satisfied, never finished, will never be retired. My high school English teacher, Mr. Fisk, I actually paid attention one time in class, and he said, he had this beautiful quote, and it read, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end, but for me, that time is not now. Thank you for this tremendous honor and acknowledging my basketball career, but I'm far from done. My next dream is to be honored one day for inspiring the next generation of athletes to have a dream, sacrifice for it, and never ever rest in the middle. Thank you to my wonderful family, my wife, our daughter Natalia and Gianna, and thank you guys. Thank you.
If you think the price of winning is too high, Wait till you get the bill from regret. And that bill from regret is generational. And there's a lot of people listening to this that bill has been passed on from generation to generation, and you are holding that bill right now. And somebody in one of your generations has to pay that bill off.
Legends never die when the world is calling you. Can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die, they become a part of you. Every time you bleed for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive.
So I should have been.
Black Mama doesn't end. Heroes come and go,
but legends are forever.
And I admired him because his passion, you rarely see someone who's looking and trying to improve each and every day, not just in sports, but as a parent, as a husband, I am inspired by what he's done and what he shared with Vanessa and what he's shared with his kids. Kobe gave every last ounce of himself. And I think that's what he would want for us to do. No one knows how much time we have. That's why we must live in the moment. We must enjoy the moment. We must reach and see and spend as much time as we can with our families and friends and the people that we absolutely love. To live in the moment means to enjoy each and every one that we come in contact with. When Kobe Bryant died, a piece of me died. And as I look in this arena and across the globe, a piece of you died, or else you wouldn't be here. Those are the memories that we have to live with and we learn from. I promise you, from this day forward, I will live with the memories of knowing that I had a little brother and I tried to help in every way I could. Please rest in peace, little brother.
Darling, darling, I'll turn the lights back on now. Watching, watching, as the credits all roll down. And crying, crying, you know we're playing to a full house. No heroes, villains, one to blame, while wilted roses fill the stage. And the thrill is gone. Our debut was a masterpiece, but in the end, for you and me, hold this show, it can't go on. We used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause, oh, 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 and wave out to the crowd and take our final bow. Oh, it's our time to go, but at least we stole the show. 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 Used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause.
There's no way that I can thank you enough for that. So, from the bottom of my heart,
wave out to the crowd and take our final bow.
What can I say?
This our time to go, but at least we stole the show.